they're going to continue to boost the person who can keep anyone from rising the top. So they'll boost Amy Klobuchar, and then they'll boost somebody else if she's not going to pan out.
And then Hillary toddles out during the broker convention. The 2 or 3 top people combined forces to make her the nominee, and then one of them becomes vice president under her. And it's a big, giant, sickening event.
Yeah, it really is going to be. But I think that's the way I see it. There's no way that any of the current contenders can win against Donald Trump. So they've got to wait for Hillary, who can unite the party.
I've become punch drunk with the amount of intel and information I get. It's just incredible. I got a call last night and I didn't return until about 6 a.m. this morning. And I talked to somebody that had been inside the White House. And they said that Trump is going to pardon Roger Stone, but that he's going to do it after he's sentenced. And that the president was really upset at the 7 to 9 year number, and now that's up on Infowars.com. DOJ backs off 7 to 9 year prison sentence for Roger Stone, calls it excessive, comes after President Trump slammed harsh recrimination as miscarriage of justice. Yeah, he tweeted that like 2 a.m. last night. But I did talk to somebody this morning who was there inside the White House meetings dealing with it. And they said, hey, we're just giving you a call. The president is pardoning Stone. So you can go tell people that. And I said, I can say that? Yeah, just don't say we told you. And then here I am, 2 hours, 50-something minutes into the show, and I'm just now telling you, good. How about more of that? How about more action and less BS? But I'm still going to cross my fingers with the stuff I've seen from Trump. And again, I'm not trying to garner brownie points with Hillary Clinton attacking Trump. I've already signed on to Trump, so that means morally I have a lot of anxiety about the things he's doing. Not that I'm perfect. I have anxiety about the things I do. I mean, I love God and everything else, but I'm all over the map as well. I'm a sinful creature. Joel Skousen, I want to cover the waterfront with you and get to the subject you just talked about before the break. But what about Iowa and how they tried to steal it and what they're doing to Bernie? I hate Bernie more than they do. But this is what they've created. How about what's happening in New Hampshire, the Granite State? Bloomberg, all these players. I mean, what are the Democrats going to do? Here's my question. What's their next big scandal going to be? Because we've already seen hoax, 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 hoax. I've never seen them give up. Do you think they're going to give up? Or what do you think their next big red herring is going to be against Trump?
Well, before I answer that, let me just talk about that election here in Iowa and New Hampshire with the Democrats. To me, it's very obvious that they're trying to continue to balance the field so that no candidate really is much higher than another. For example, they really pushed Buttigieg, and Buttigieg came out, with the tie.
Why are they not letting a front runner so Hillary can come in at the last moment?
That's right. They want a brokered convention. For example, after the Iowa convention, and after the last debate, the only thing that Judy Woodruff and her co-reporter could talk about was how Amy
Klobuchar,
yes, how she was coming up and how they were promoting it. She isn't going anywhere.
That woman's gone nowhere. It's like a flat line. And then now they're promoting Judger of the Butts. Yeah.
That's right, but they were promoting her. In fact, the one thing about Buttigieg that they're not promoting is the fact that he would be the first gay president, and there would be a first man in the White House. The public isn't ready for that, and neither are the Democrats. There were some Democrats who heard about that after they had voted for Buttigieg and says, I want to retract my vote. And of course, they wouldn't let him do that. But the problem with the Democrats is they've got to make sure that nobody wins through the primary system.
It's completely clear that they're keeping it all week for Hillary, who's so delusional. Is she doing that to keep control of the money until the last minute and the power, or does she really think she can do it? Because I've talked to folks that Garter and others. She's on the phones, as I said a year ago, it's come out a few months ago, still running the DNC phone bank, still running their main big conference calls.
Well, Hillary Clinton has got immunity from this money scam that she's running in her foundation. That's going to keep flowing in, whether she is, and so are her $250,000 speaking engagements, whether she's president or not. This woman wants to be president. The deep state wants her to be president because she's the only one they feel can really beat Donald Trump. Biden certainly can't. He's going to go down to defeat here pretty soon.
And by holding her back, she never gets any of the heat or exposure. She just comes in last moment.
That's right. And none of the primaries will be able to show that she's, losing. She's going to have no primaries, but she's got her reputation to stand on. And she's already got all of the name recognition within the Democratic Party. But I'll tell you, Bernie Sanders cannot win an election against Donald Trump, and everybody knows it.
No, he can't. So what do we call this segment? Because, Hillary Clinton is in control of the Democratic Party ahead of 2020 run, or confirmed Hillary Clinton plans to become a nominee during Broker Convention.
That's right. She's not really in charge of the DNC. This is a deep state operation. It's much. There
sure.
People
why
call
are they? Why is there a cult of Hillary? I've run into globalists. They worship her. What is going on with this woman?
Well, she is infinitely controllable, and she panders to the gay community. She panders to the feminists. She panders to everybody. Clinton is their Wonder Woman, and they're going to continue to push her.
And then if she got in and you oppose any policy, you hate women.
Yeah, that's right. And I think it's very probable that she picks Buttigieg as her vice president. So then they get the gay into the White House and pave the way for a future gay president. Now, we've already had a gay president in Barack Obama, but it's still a secret that he's gay. But they want
let's expand on that. Past the sexual intercourse, it's religious. They worship this. They're obsessed with this.
Well, indeed they are. Well, as I say, they're going to continue to boost the person who can keep anyone from rising the top. So they'll boost Amy Klobuchar, and then they'll boost somebody else if she's not going to pan out.
And then Hillary toddles out during the Broker Convention. The 2 or 3 top people combine forces to make her the nominee, and then one of them becomes vice president under her. And it's a big, giant, sickening event.
Yeah, it really is going to be. But I think that's the way I see it. There's no way that any of the current contenders can win against Donald Trump. So they've got to wait for Hillary, who can unite the party. And that's
what about the revolt, though? Everywhere she goes, she gets booed. I agree that's their plan. And they go, oh, Madam President didn't work the last 2 times. 3 times is the charm.
Well, she's not being booed by Democrats, What I'm saying is the Trump supporters, the anti-socialists, have said we're still a minority in this country. And believe me, during this past 3 years of Donald Trump being in office, they have grown more illegal aliens. They've registered more to vote. They have graduated millions from universities who are all Democrats now.
Oh, no, there's no doubt. And again, that's what the Democrats say. They say, don't worry, demographically, we brought in the groups. We're giving illegal aliens voter cards. How the hell did we ever let this happen? This is ridiculous.
Well, I think the reason we let it happen was through soft-thinking, compromising Republicans who didn't want to fight early on because they thought they were the majority so that they could afford to compromise. Look at all of the judges that are confirmed. There are no judges that are truly constitutional conservatives. They don't even allow them to get to a judgeship at the state level if they're constitutional conservative. So everyone that the Trump forces are bragging about, these are all mainstream judges at best. And a good deal of them are leftists. How did all the leftist immigration judges get on the bench? Because the Republicans let the Democrats have their way. Democrats would boycott anyone who was a real founding fathers conservative judge, and that's why we get these mainstreamers in there.
We should do a whole 2-3 hour show. Next time you want to fly here, you can fly your own plane. I'll pay for the gas. You should do a whole show about strategic relocation and the fallback to this, because as a selfish person, I'm not a selfish person, but I want to beat this. But as a father, the selfish part of me just wants to go hide somewhere. And, the big question is, can you even do that, and for how long? Because it's just insane, folks. It's pure evil. I am very sad about this virus and very sad about the bioweapons and the things that are going on, but it is an opportunity for people to take advantage of the products we have and do what's right and be self-sufficient. It's all about that. Just because I say you should go work out doesn't mean I'm perfect either. Just because I say you shouldn't eat trans fats doesn't mean I don't eat them sometimes. Just because I say, hey, you don't want to get too much sun, you'll get skin cancer, doesn't mean I don't do it. When I'm up here, I'm talking to myself just like I'm talking to you. In fact, this show is really me preaching and myself saying you need to be a better person. But I'll tell you this, I almost kicked myself in the ass last week when I'm like on the phone trying to wrangle an even better deal for myself than what we sell the food at, because that's a set price. And they're like, yeah, don't you know everybody's selling out? You should be promoting it. You know you already have record high sales of food. And I'm like, I didn't even pay attention to that, because that's the marketing program around here. It's just really whatever I'm thinking about whenever I'm doing. Ladies and gentlemen, the 3-month supply and the 4-week supply of InfoWars Ready Hour is the best deal you're going to get from My Patriot Supply. The orders go out every hour. It takes them 7 to 10 days to ship it. They've got food for another 2 weeks. They're trying to secure more food. Almost everybody else is totally sold out, but they will not tell you that. And the reason I'm with My Patriot Supply is because they have high quality food that is very affordable, beats almost all the competition in price, beats them all for what you're paying for the quality and how good it tastes, okay? This is really good stuff for camping or you name it, or to give to the Salvation Army or give to the local police department or fire department. They've got folks that need it. This is insurance you're going to be able to use. And with inflation, the way it's going, that's the real reason I was buying more food. It wasn't just the virus, it was the economy and the stock market and just all of it, hedging my bet, getting even more food for here at the office. We have enough food, I don't know, 4, 5, 6 months. I don't know, it's a lot. We've got a part of the warehouse just full of food and water filters and then safes with guns and folks training to use them. Not that we're gonna do anything offensive, we're just Americans, we're Texans, and we got teeth. We got food, we got guts, we got red blood. We'll kick your ass, you attack us. That's what this comes down to, is you need food, period. Ants store it, grasshoppers don't, grasshoppers die. So I've gone out, got you the best company. I've had them almost 12 years since they started because they were doing a great job up front, and I stuck with them. Notice you don't hear, I could have 7 food sponsors right now. They're calling up, offering us millions. No, piss up a rope. Had too many bad experiences early on. And yes, 20 years ago, listeners got burned by some companies. I didn't know, I learned. That's what this is about. And by the way, I'm not just some little wimpy person groveling to you, telling you I'm bringing you the best deal out there. That's for me. I metaphysically need to treat you like I need to be treated, and then boom, I get it all right back. So with me, it's religious not to screw you over and do the best job I can. Doesn't mean I'm perfect, but I'm busting my ass to deliver to you reality and the bona fides. And I'm telling you, you need to get this storable food, and it funds the info war. You can eat the insurance, 360 win. I don't know how bad this is gonna be. We just all need to be prepared, period. And this is a good exercise.